Hi. Two minutes. Okay. No one else is going to say hi. I'm trying to be discreet. It's weird how this platform is. First rainy day in a long time. Saying. So, what do you guys want to talk about? I got a little spot where I can actually speak. Nobody's going to yell at me for talking. Tell me what you want to talk about. Okay, so now I have to sign in. Here we go. What shall I play? Spades? This one. You guys know how to play this game? Look at that. I'm rich. This is an ad. It's about, it looks like baseball in Seattle. I've been to that stadium. Have you been there? So it's going to say I can't collect it, but I actually did collect it. Whether they like it or not. There's my lunch. I've been watching this girl from Jamaica. She used to do like runs by the river, but now she just eats. So I'm not going to eat online. I'm just going to talk. And if anybody has any questions, put them in the chat. Don't understand why no one's chatting. It's beyond me. So what she does, she goes live and she shows herself eating the same mango for hours. Like she never takes the actual bite. It just looks like she's taken a bite. She's like has it halfway unpeeled, kind of like a banana, and then she take a big bite out of the top of it, but she doesn't actually bite it while she's live. And so she's on camera with this mango she's holding, And all she does is say, please share, like, and subscribe. And she does it for hours. I don't know how she does it. Because I just go in, like when she first started streaming, she was down at the river and she would talk and photograph the river, live stream the river, which was more interesting than looking at her hold a mango. But she really is in Jamaica. She went to a couple locations, but now I guess she's just channel building, and that's how you do it. You get on these types of streams, these live streams where there's no chatting involved, and you just say, please join my channel, like and subscribe. And then I say, hello, Hannah, even though Hannah's probably gone a long time ago. I'll just say, hi, Hannah, and please subscribe to my channel. And like or dislike, either way, it matters not. And you just do that forever. I'll see if I get any new subs that way. This is all experimental, of course. Don't know if it'll work. I've tried it before and it worked. So let's see what happens this time. I'll just let it rip for a couple hours. What do you think? And there's like a chance that I might eat something. Wait a minute. Let me turn it around. Yeah, it says smart shows. Like, who would eat an actual muffin? Muffins are not good for you. So I was listening to Sassy Cat. Can you guys hear me? I don't know if you can hear me or not. And he was talking about his diet. And then he's like pre-diabetic or something. And he's talking about, oh yeah, we have to go vegan. Like, that's the wrong thing to do. If you are actually pre-diabetic, you shouldn't be eating a bunch of grains and sugar, which is what vegans eat. Grains, sugar, a few nuts. You should be eating meat, cheese, eggs, milk, or maybe not milk, cheese, more cheese, and some leafy greens. Absolutely no starchy vegetables. Not good for you. They will kill you. In fact, the only defense that a vegetable or fruit has is to like poison your system so that you don't want to eat it anymore. That's their defense system. So they all have it. And like they say, the sweeter it tastes, the more you want it, and the worse it is for you, right? Sugar, not good. Sugar is not good for you. Don't care how many vegans tell you that you should eat fruit instead of meat. That is like the opposite of what you should do if you're diabetic. You could eat a few things. You can also eat, probably olives are okay. You don't want to eat a lot of that kind of food because there's salt and vinegar, which is not bad for you, but a lot of salt could be bad. Involved in the curing, the brining of it. And it's best for you to prepare your own meats so that they're not full of salt, because that's what they do. They just add tons of salt to meat in restaurants or wherever. So just prepare your own. Go to the butcher, buy this meat, and prepare it yourself. And that way it won't be full of salt. And that's the best advice I can give you for anybody that's worried about diabetes. Do not eat that muffin if you are pre-diabetic. Now, I am not pre-diabetic, but I do have something called fatty liver disease. It's called actually non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which means that my body tends to put weight on in my organs. So there's fat deposits in my organs, and that's why I'm on a diet right now, to get rid of the fat that's in my organs. Because it really, like at my age, I'm not doing it for vanity. That's for sure. Who cares? Nobody really cares what you look like anyway, unless your name is Vigilum. He apparently cares what people look like to such a degree that he believes he's better looking than anyone on the internet. And he doesn't go outside at all, ever, because if he did, he'd be horrified. He wouldn't be able to get over looking at all the people that aren't as pretty as him. Just saying. I need to talk about you because you don't have me blocked, but I think it's pretty funny that you go at people's looks. It's so stupid. In the long run, you won't be popular if you do that, right? Like even Sassy Cat was talking about the hair weaves and stuff. Like I didn't know all this stuff about guys that they can buy kind of hair and stuff. I didn't know. I don't look at that stuff or ask about it. None of my business, right? Like how much hair do you need to buy to be attractive? I want to know, especially if you're like in your mid 40s, mid 50s. How much hair do you actually need to be really attractive to anybody, like either male or female, depending what you're going for? It doesn't matter to me which way you're going, but like, yeah, just just tell me about this hair stuff. Like I didn't really even understand the words that he was using, but it was that complex and modern, because I'm not a modern human. I'm very unmodern. So, yeah. I wish I could show you these ads. Probably should. They have some really cute clothes on this game. They have ads, like everything you touch turns into an ad, and they have really cute clothes, but I'm so unattractive. Who cares what I wear, right? It doesn't matter if I have cute clothes or not. Save the cute clothes for cute people or good looking, look, whatever. I'm just saying. So I was trying to remember why I wrote down Jussie Smollett, and now I remember is that there's like a thing going on in YouTube where people are playing the victim role, and their popularity grows the bigger the victim they are. I mean, and that's why I gave the victim awards out last year. Winner was, changed her name, so I can't tell you who it was because she might have had some real reasoning to change it. Just saying. So for those people that like even care what we look like, find a new hobby. Or, like why would you go on YouTube if you care what people look like? You would just go to the movies, right? Where they have like popular, good looking people. Oh, wait a minute. Even that's changed now. Even in the movies, they have unattractive people as actors. Believe it or not. I mean, and when you say unattractive, it can get worse. Like, don't you remember when you were a teenager and you asked a boy, "Oh, what kind of girls do you like?" And they'd say, "Well, I used to think pretty girls were cool, but when they open their mouth and they say the dumbest things ever, and they lose their attractiveness." That's what I would hear them say. So let's think about that. What kind of boys do you think I was asking questions like that to? Probably guys that could get any girl they wanted, because that's who I would ask. Because I was always friends with those guys because I knew I didn't have a shot, and I didn't care. Didn't care then, don't care now. That's how you should feel. You should never care what people think of the way you look. Just saying. Anyway. Yeah, it's kind of a rainy day today, which is refreshing for all of us. I was going to go to the store and get some keto snacks. There's a little Guatemalan store on the way here, but I didn't want to stop because there was supposed to be a thunderstorm happening any minute. And I'm thinking with these big windows, if there actually is one, maybe I could show you some lightning over the graveyard. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. See, look, I'm getting quite popular already with my corn muffin and my little sun hat, which I didn't bring my rain hat. I guess I could have, but I did bring the umbrella, so I think the sun hat is more important. What do you think? More good ads. Let me look. Some of these headstones are all sideways, falling over. Okay, I'm going to take a little break. So there's going to be a couple minutes where you can chat if you want. I can't type in there, but what I'm going to do is go into my iPad and start typing in my own chat. Oh, there, I can see the chat now. I can see everybody now. People aren't chatting because you call them names. Actually, Kathy, I do not. I do not call anyone a name. So that is incorrect. So I wonder why you're saying things like that. Where do you hear that? I know somebody that does call me a goblin. And you actually were chatting. It wasn't sliding on my phone. Anyway, you know who else calls names? Is the little old black eagle that's in my chat right now. She calls me names too. How about that? I do not call her names. I call her little black eagle. So, Kathy, stop. That's not a name. That's a fact. Okay, Kathy? That's not a name. It's not calling someone a name. Rethink your words. It's nothing nasty about me. That it's nasty being a groomer. Prove it you're curious? Oh my God, you can't prove a lie, Kathy. So, what makes you so smart? People tell you stuff? Now that's rich, right? Like Eagle? Yeah, you just call me cuckoo and something about my gob. Rude things. Extremely rude. But it's okay. I already did on my last live. Go watch it. Or actually, go watch somebody else's live where they have everything right. It's interesting. Interesting, Kathy. The way you think. I let it go, Black Eagle. I'm okay with you. Yeah, well, they deserve it, Kathy. Some people deserve nasty, but they won't get it from me because I'm not nasty to people. Yeah, we've moved past all that stuff. Kathy holds on to stuff for a long time. She doesn't like Dana. So that'll never change. She doesn't like Pinkbo, Birdo. And the day that she blocked him from my channel, he never came back. Isn't that weird? Kathy's trying to get me to incriminate myself. That's a typical lawyer, attorney move. Not going to work here, Kathy. Sorry. Your little criminal lawyer tactics don't work on my YouTube channel. Maybe somewhere else they do. No, maybe from Kathy, but not from me, Black Eagle. I don't do nasty things. I get accused of it all the time, but it's not even true. Who was it? Oh, go watch Miller's video. I'm not nasty to him either. But he's all bent out of shape because I don't like the music from the 80s or the shoulder pads.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. There was no audio because I was talking to someone, Kathy. You're so rude. No, I'm kidding. So, yeah. So, who's the victim? Tell me who the victim of my nastiness is. I don't think there's a victim that you can prove victim. That's what I'm curious about. Oh, yeah. I was sorry. I went and I got a conference room since the talk around here is not impolite. It's not for, yeah, he does. Black Eagle. He randomly goes at me. Yeah, who is? No, I don't have to look anything up. If you think I need to go to jail, Kathy, let me know. Send me a subpoena to jail. This is the problem with YouTube. Looking up stuff on the internet. Someone's going to get damages for giving good advice on YouTube. picture. Yeah, right. And he's not a victim. Phil's the victim now. When does he get to be the victim? Nobody's a victim around here. You know what, Black Eagle? When you get to my age, somebody your age saying that to you, but they're probably going to be related to you. Okay? It's not going to be me. I don't know why my chat on my phone won't work. I just have one comment, the very first one. Yeah, it's not going to be me or anybody like me because I'll probably be dead. Kathy's got a chip on her shoulder today. That's hilarious. You don't have to be me. You don't have to like me, Kathy. Nobody asked you to like me. That's not true, Kathy. You would make all kinds of allegations about me. Apparently, it's okay to do that. Hi, Chloe. Okay, fine. You're curious. You think you can pick my brain by interrogating me. But it doesn't work like that. Life does not work that way. You get people to talk by spinning lies, and then they talk. That's part of the reason why Jesse Smollett did what he did. He wanted people to talk about him. He just messed up and actually did something criminal. And Kathy, accusing me of being a criminal is a little far-fetched, don't you think? Yeah, you just accused me of being a criminal. Why? How do you know that? Where is there proof of that? You're not going to get me to say the words. That would be your proof. So stop. How about quit asking me the same question over and over again? Who are you, the YouTube police? Chloe wants her wrench. Yes, you did. You are accusing me of being a criminal. That's what you said, that I should look it up. And there's a section to look it up. And you haven't proved that I've said anything like that. You need proof. No, it's libel, right? Because there's a text message. Yeah, you needed context for that, Kathy. There was context given, and Jeff understands the context now. I don't have to give you context, Kathy. Go ask Jeff what the context was. And he wouldn't tell you, would he? Because I listened to that. He wouldn't tell people what the context was because he knows he's wrong. No, you live by your words, Kathy. What were your words, by the way? I never heard any of them because I didn't watch you go live everywhere talking about me. How about that? That's the kind of person you are. Nobody said you had to like me. Or even agree with me. Okay, that was the other thing. When you ask somebody to confess or admit something or apologize, that's like a confession. I'm not confessing to anything here. As usual, I don't have to make a confession. We're not in court, Kathy. Are you in court? Oh my God. You just keep talking. Do you want me to leave YouTube, Kathy? Would that make you happy? Is that what you want? Is that your goal? Yeah, Kathy is on a mission to alienate everyone that likes me. If you don't like me, fine. She's fine. But mark my words, she will try and get you to confess. I don't have to stay on topic. You're not on panel right now, Kathy. Yes. Thank you, Randy. Kathy likes to hang out with the spin doctors. That's fine. Nobody said you had to come back here. You're welcome, though. I'm not lying. I'll tell you what happened, why that came up at all. Was that I went and was listening to Jeff, and Pebble was saying that Jeff was limiting her ability to watch YouTube. She's not allowed to watch me anymore. So obviously he was instructing her. You get it now? Is that good enough for you? There's no link because this is not, I'm on YouTube. I'm not on StreamYards. There's no link. I can't invite people up today. Do you want me to? What's the joke? Clearly, Jeff gives instructions to a couple of his people, Kathy, and that's why they call it that. Because he's not paying them. He's making suggestions. So, yeah, Jeff is a joke. Thanks for agreeing. Kathy, this happened a long time ago. You had plenty of time to come on a panel. You're just talking now because there is no panel, and you know there isn't. And Black Eagle doesn't have the wherewithal to understand what a panel is and how to do a panel. Very classic. You think I'm gullible, Kathy. That's what you're saying. If I really knew you, I would know that you're not gullible. Of course, you're not gullible, but you're assuming I am because you're smarter than everyone. It's not an excuse. You're very boring, Kathy. No, she can't help herself, Black Eagle. It's weird. She can't stop repeating herself. I guess that's what they do in court. Oh, that's just a guess. I'm not accusing you of anything. What did I miss that Randy said? You don't deserve any, Kathy. Why would you deserve anything from anyone? You're not a nice person. You're constantly saying that you don't like people. It's intentional. You're a cop and you keep asking over and over again, just like the police. Kathy rebuilds the police of YouTube. I know, I'm so incapable. I can't remember anything. It does come back to me eventually, but yeah, it's really hard. It's hard being older. Kathy's old too. She said she's older than me. So there you go. Now you know. She's older and she doesn't, she has to repeat herself, apparently. Where's Kenny? Remember Kenny? I do remember Kenny. See, repeat, repeat, repeat. Everyone's going to get bored, Kathy. Yeah, I don't have to say self-incriminating. I'm not in the mood to do that right now. Okay? Thanks, Randy. That was one of the things I wondered why Black Eagle got so upset and started calling me names the other day. She made a little video about me, called me nasty, which is her favorite word, and it's now Kathy's favorite word too. And that's my least favorite word. I rarely ever use a word like that. Anyway, I realized she was upset because I was defending Glowy, her arch enemy. And now Miller is mad. He's not really that, he's just fake mad at me for checking it up with Gwen. We have fun on the YouTubes. Exactly, Kathy. That's why we don't do it. Just because you want us to. Duh. Stop talking to people like they're in the second grade. Okay? She said older. She doesn't even remember. I'm a few years younger. I'm a few years older. Just earlier you said older. Now, obviously you forgot. Oh my gosh, really? Stop, Randy. She'll get in trouble. No, I did not admit anything. What are you talking about? You sound like you can't hear. Honestly, Finbar is embarrassed. Prove that I admitted I did something wrong. How about that? Black Eagle, you're the best. And I love those videos of your sister. You're so proud. I'm happy that you're proud of your sister. I wish my sister was proud of me for being sober and keeping things together for the whole family. I know, right? She's sweet. And you're sweet. Kathy's bitter. She's a bitter old woman. So sad for her. But you'll be fine, Kathy. I'm not mad at you. I just don't understand why you think you got something on somebody and why it's important to you. Blah, 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 blah. Kathy, come on. Can you hear? Does anyone notice? Okay, what I'm going to do, I guess I see why people do block, because you're like a little pest. You're a little pest like Pink, but what is it, Pink Bobert? It's been so long since he's been online, I forgot his name, and it was all your fault, Kathy, that he's no longer here with us today, because you don't like him. And you used your wrench against him. I still didn't take it away from you. It's fine. People make mistakes, Kathy. You get a mulligan. Lena Mohammed said hi. The big troll. I'm going to go check out Lena's channel. 2 subscribers. Okay. I don't know whose troll Lena is, but trolls are people too. So welcome to the channel, Lena. Who's she talking about? Who are you talking about, Kathy? Talking about your friend? Your new friends? The trolls? The troll families? So what is your purpose, Kathy? Did you deliberately came in to try and upset me? Is that what it is? No, I'm not blocking Kathy. Why would I do that? That's that. I obviously can. Apparently, you're still here, Kathy. See, this is what Lena thinks of you, Kathy. Now you know. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet for a while because I won't be able to see chat. But you guys go ahead. You know what veganism is? It's commercial marketing. Someone decided, let's make a thing out of this vegan. It started being kind of popular in the 70s and then it died off. So somewhere in the 80s, somebody said, let's do all kinds of advertising for studies for, people that want to have good health, but actually give them really bad health. And we'll call it veganism, and we'll be working for the doctors. We're going to increase obesity in America, and we're going to call it being a vegan. And obesity isn't like wrong. I mean, if you're heavy, you're heavy, but this is what veganism promotes. I don't know if you're aware of that. That when you eat only vegan food, unless you have an eating disability or whatever you call it, an eating, what is it? Disorder, an eating disorder, you are probably going to gain weight if you go vegan. If you go from eating meat to not eating meat, you'll 100% start gaining weight. because in order to get the amount of protein you need, you're going to have to eat a lot of carbohydrates or spend a lot of money on nuts. But some people are allergic to nuts, so that's even worse, right? Do not eat these. It says right on there, smart. It's marketing, smart choice. Let's see what's in here. I can't read it. Can anybody read it? I don't see the ingredients. Why is there no ingredient list on this? That's a problem. No ingredient list. Let's see what the expiry date is. This is not a keto snack, by the way. I did not go to the store yet. I did not. Who knew Kathy was so vindictive, by the way? I can't read any of your chat, but who knew that she was? It was nice to see her come into the chat and prove it. She doesn't give up. The judge is going to go in her favor. Mwah. She wants to be on the victim's award. That was actually Black's fault that Kathy fell into that category because she felt so bad for Black Eagle when Black Eagle was bullying me. She said I went too far. Please. Black Eagle is the one at fault here. She knows it. She went too far. We're over it. Kathy's not anything. Wonder what her addictions are. She's got some, I'm sure. We all do. I'm trying not to eat carbohydrates. That's why I have these here. So I can look at what's bad for me. This is really bad. Don't eat those. Leave them packaged. Find somebody and give them to them. That's what I will do. I will find somebody that wants a muffin. And then I will go and buy myself something good for me. A good snack. Hopefully with no carb. Well, there's going to be some. I can get a snack that has no carbohydrates. But you might want to eat some. You should eat some, but not this many. That's a lot of carbohydrates. even though there's no proof on the packaging that there's carbohydrates at all in here. None. It just says it's a smart choice. I don't know who it's a smart choice for, but isn't it ironic that these things exist in the world and there's no proof that they're bad for you, but we know they are? Is that why we have them? Absolutely no proof. Very ironic. So Kathy is taking me to court. She's accused me of, things that you shouldn't accuse people of. They're untrue. She's full of lies. How about that? So sad. So sad for you, Kathy. Don't know how it happened. I should probably plug this in. What time is it? I think it should be like 10. I remember back in the old days when Wendy and Randy used to go live, and they'd have somebody like Kathy in the side chat trying to derail the chat and make it unpleasant for everybody. Way to go, Kathy. Don't care. Don't care what your opinion is. That's why I never watched it. I have no idea what you said about me, unless you said it in here. And even now I can't, because you called me a troll. That's the name. You call me goblins and trolls and cuckoo. That's okay. Good for you, Kathy. You got some good friends. Back you up. But I do too, right, Randy and Chloe? Even though it's nice that you say nice things about me, but you don't have to. My self-esteem doesn't go by what Kathy says about me, or Carrie for that matter. So, and they should feel the same way about themselves. It would be a good way to start making change, don't you think? I think so. But I'm wrong. I'm always wrong. Speaking of always being wrong, that would be Kathy. She's always wrong. What did Randy say? Yeah, I wasn't there. Oh, there. What a bunch of trolls in the chat today. That's great. I think I'm just going to do this for the entire chat. And do it one by one. It's funny. I'm not playing a victim, because I'm not a victim. You're a victim. So I'm going to remove your your comments because they're victimhood comments. All about being a victim. She's a victim, so we're going to remove her comments because doesn't look good. I know you still like me, Kathy. It's fine. I'm just playing with you. I didn't say anything, as a matter of fact. There's no video of me saying anything like that, except to Jeff personally, because I typed it in his for him. Not for everybody, for him. If he wants to show it to everybody, he would. Cass, you're full of baloney. How about that? That's not calling you a name, is it? It's just saying you like sandwiches, right? Who? Oh yeah, Jeff needs to go live so you guys can go and express yourselves over there. 'Cause I decided not to use StreamYard today. Let's see how annoying that is, because that's what you did to people in my chat. You removed their comments, all of them. It's something that JB talked about in his channel. And I thought about it too, and I thought, exactly right, JB. You can ask him. He has email, Black Eagle, unless you don't like to email. You know what I mean? Or you can get somebody to email him for you. Right? Maybe I'll do one smart thing for Black Eagle's ego. You got such an ego, Black Eagle. I don't understand. You think Randy is important in your life. It's not what you did, Kathy. I'll remove your comment. What you did was you removed every comment. You explained it to me how you did it. You said you would like block the person, which deleted all their messages, and then bring them back. That's deleting all their messages, Kathy. You explained that to me because it was you didn't want to just delete one message. You wanted to delete everything that they said, and I think that's wrong. But I'm going to just delete yours one by one. Yeah, don't ask for JBBE because she'll tell you. Here we go. This is actually kind of fun. Kathy has a wrench in my channel. She probably has wrenches other places. I don't chat in any of those places, so it's not going to do anything to me. We'll see if she starts deleting everybody and blocking everybody and see what kind of person she is, or if she can take it. I know they're going to end up all smushed up into crumbs. Okay, what did Randy do now? Randy's always doing something that you don't like. Leave Randy alone. He's another man. He's another woman's man. It's funny, I explained why I'm doing it, and she doesn't get it. She'll get it eventually. Who keeps walking by? I don't know. I think I've probably introduced more people to you guys than anybody on YouTube. I mean, just as far as, okay, what's going on here? It looks like I'm behind. What? On my phone that I'm live, but then it says on my This is so weird. This is what happened with the bus driving thing. It just disappeared. What is going on? Let me see if I can find out. No, for some reason it says the stream has ended. I don't know why, but I'm still live. How is that possible? So weird. It's like my phone is stuck. It says I have 13 people here. Let me see if I can fix this. Okay, so here I am, still live. Maybe it. Pastries look delicious. Black Eagle. Yeah, other people like freebies, Black Eagle. Okay, you get it? Thank you, Kathy. I thought you weren't catching on for a minute. I was like, what? And then it said my live had ended, but it was a different live. Isn't that weird? Like it's like there's another one out there that I don't know about. I think, did you see the expiry date? I was trying to read it. It gives a lot number. This is like, this muffin is actually more like a, a machinery part than it is the food. Have we talked about that before? Cass, I would give you these muffins right now if I wasn't worried that they would go straight to your liver. I'm not going to eat the muffins. I do not have these muffins. Somebody at the lunch room put them on my thing, and I thought, well, I'll just take them in case somebody wants a muffin. And I'm pretty sure I don't want to clean up muffin crumbs at my house. Stop, Root. Do they, Randy? Anyway, I can't read an expiry date, which means they don't expire. Yeah, I'm showing what Randy said about BE. Jedi Miller. I enjoyed your video about me this morning. I laughed so hard. It's funny. Everyone go over to, I can't drop links on the iPad. It doesn't work. So everyone go over to Jedi Miller Returns and look at the video he did of me. He's hurt. I hurt him. I made fun of him with Gwen on my panel. A host discusses muffin date, expiration dates. There isn't one. That's the crazy part. And there's no ingredients. Like in Canada, that muffin would be illegal. It would not be permitted for sale. Olive Miller's, Randy says, Olive Miller's work is charming in the same way we post kindergarten art on the fridge, though. It is, isn't it? Did you see Sassy Cat's artwork on his thumbnail last night or this morning? I guess it was early this morning. I think he's finding the, what do you call it? The live streaming. He's finding it relaxing because he's doing it more often now. I think for a while there he was upset, like JB will get over his upsetness too eventually. I was trolling you, knowing it would hurt me, Gwen, even telling you 80s were awesome. Hey, Jedi Miller, if I gave Gwen my phone number, I bet she'd call me back if I called her. Just saying. I'm not going to give it to her though. I only gave one person my phone number. They never called, so I'm done giving my number out. That's it. I'm over it. So, yeah, they probably did come out of a big cardboard box of muffins because they can't get rid of them. Nobody wants to buy them. So they put them in a big box and they sell them on Temu. That's what they do. Oh, good. Good for you. Is it raining there today? It's raining here. You can't call her that, Jedi Miller. There's an attorney in. She doesn't like when people use legal terms like fraud, and it's not true. Black Eagle, you have to have something to say. I'm sure of it. That's why you don't go thinking. He did this to you. He's gang stalking. Do better, Black Eagle. Please go out there and do better. And maybe, stop doing the things that you still do even though you're sober. Okay? You're still behaving as if you're not. Like you have something to say. You don't. Being sober was supposed to bring you humility, but it did not. Okay? This is what Jedi Miller is saying, not me. How about go find the nearest almost a senior lake and jump in that? How about that? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I wasn't there, Root Demon. I don't know any of these trolls he speaks of. The gang stalking trolls from Jeff's whatever. If they did it to Miller or not. I don't know. I never went over to Miller's channel when all that stuff was. I still don't go over there unless he tags my name. It was just lucky I saw him live because I check out who's live. And Jedi Miller, I'll start coming to your channel if you go live because I like live streams. I don't like watching thousands of videos from somebody else's channel. Jeff can't turn people against anyone. That's outlandish to think that way. He does have a group of people that are on drugs that hang out at his channel. That's true. Absolutely true. I don't know if it makes them easier to manipulate or not. I have no idea. Root, you should be on Robbie's channel if you're gonna say stuff like that. Nobody cares over here. Okay. Nobody sends Root anywhere. Root grows where Root wants to go. I don't know who Root is. 85. You're sunbathing? Okay. That's nice. I don't do that. I have a ghostly whiteness to me. This is a channel of nobody ever called me anything. in real life. I'm one of those innocuous people. Oh, really? I hate that. Don't you know, Black Eagle? I used to go hiking a lot, and whenever I go with my tall friends who are like over 6 feet tall, they'd be like, "Why? What? Why is your backpack so small?" And I'd say, "Because I don't eat as much as you. I don't have to carry as much food as you do." Oh, well, how come you can't keep up? I said, I don't have to keep up with you. You have long legs. I'm little, okay? Just pretend I'm a kid. And, you know, when you get tired of walking so fast because you're so proud of your long legs, and you sit down and you'll be waiting for me. It's fine. If you don't want to talk to me, walk ahead. Oh, he calls you old lady, the old lady, the old lady Black Eagle. Does he even know your Black Eagle name? That's cute. Yeah, people don't know I have a YouTube name. They call me Dory because that is my name. Just so you know, Jedi Miller, Disney stole from me, not the other way around. No one gave you any drugs? I don't know if they do that or not. I don't know if they give them away. I don't know why they have a Discord. It could be for that. I don't know. But they're all on medication. They all have medicine. That's Jeff's crew. So there's that. I don't have to be nice. Black Eagle. What in the tarnation made you think I have to be nice? You should be nice because you spent most of your life in a gangster's paradise, okay? You figure it out. Yes, my little button, no. No, they stole my name, not my nose. Dory, that's my real name. My mother gave it to me. Yeah, he's reporting your channel and mine together now. I don't apologize. If you apologize on YouTube, it's a confession. I do not apologize to anyone for anything, ever. Have you been going to AA meetings or something, Jedi Miller? Is that why you expect an apology? When you start going to AA meetings, you'll be apologizing to me. Trust and believe that. You don't have to go, though. Nobody said you had to go. What you need to apologize for is coming up by my panel and not saying anything. You did it twice. Yeah, he's new. He's from 1984, which is the year my daughter was born. My one daughter who survived the aftermath of my destruction. I feel kind of bad that I didn't do a panel today, but the reason why is because I'm in public and I can't trust you guys not to use words like nasty, you know, things like that. Other things that you've used today when there's people around. So, yeah, Root Demon, I do because my sister's dying because of alcohol. She's just like Diane's channel. Her sister died from alcohol. She's on freaking dialysis because of her alcoholism. So yeah, I have a lot of reason to bring up alcohol and sobriety, but don't mind me. I don't care. Drink, do what you want. I drink. Do you even know anything about me, Ruth Damon? Or do you just like come in here and pretend? Pretend you control me with that. You know who doesn't like you bringing up sobriety is Robbie, because sobriety belongs to him. He calls it his sobriety. My sobriety is because I don't need to drink. That's all. Yeah, it is kind of a cult, I guess. I've been to AA meetings as a support person and to NA meetings as a support person. And yeah, there's a lot of especially NA. If you're in NA, a lot of NA people go in there to find other people drug connection. It's a bit of a scam. That's true. You know of me? That's interesting. I don't know of you. I know. Hi, 27. Oh, we're shooting the shit. I'm trying to get subs. That's the whole plan today, get subs. So there's Nanya. Hello. Oh, yeah, I heard about Simon. Simon is no longer with us. Yeah, it's very sad. I don't know anything about it though. That's all I know that yeah. Yeah, Nanya. I know you've known him for a long time. I've known him like he used to come to Carla's. Remember when he used to come to Carla's back in the day? Yeah, I was there too, Jedi Miller, but I didn't make a channel name until, oh my gosh, I think 2000 and, oh, what was, I don't remember I think on my old channel, it's like, I forget, 2014. Because even then I didn't they didn't have live streams back then. Oh, was he? Oh, yeah. I don't know anything about his whether he had health issues or well, I kind of know that he did, but I don't know if I didn't know they were serious or if they were. I mean, it could have been an accident, right? Okay, Jedi Miller, I made the 80s livable for other people. So there's no apology coming from here. Who am I? I'm a granny. I have 2 grandchildren. I retired finally last year. I'm looking for an apartment. You got an apartment for rent? Around here, it's more like you put your name on a list and hope you get called. Well, Jedi Miller, if you come over and visit me one day, then I'll give you a hug. How about that? I won't even make you buy me a steak dinner or anything. I am 70 years old, 27. Are you 27? Is that why I mean, you love the 80s music? You like Alanis Morissette? Oh, that was 90s. Sorry. 80s was somebody else. I forget. I'm going to your channel 27. I'm going to check it out. Okay, you don't have anything in your description, so why don't you look at my description? You're 33? That's the same age my son when he died. Are you a boy or a girl? You do what private? I don't give out my number, so I can't, you'll never get one. I could, like, if you give me your address in the back chat, I could write you a letter and send it in the mail. I'll mail it to my Uncle DJ. Yeah, I watched a lot of videos on the 70s musicians that died at 27, 28, 30. You know, I like 70s music, but the 80s music, I think it must have been, what happened was MTV came out. What year did MTV come out? And then everybody was making music videos and they weren't concerned about the actual songs anymore. That's funny, Root. I know that was the problem, right, Cass? No, Jedi Miller, it's not desperate for attention. It's when you say something, people can respond right away, like you're doing right now. But if I'm like at your channel listening to the video you made of me, I mean I can respond in a comment, and I did, because I thought the video was cute and funny, of course. Of course it was. It was about me. Why wouldn't it be? I think, I don't know. Sometimes people do want attention when they go live. Sometimes they just don't feel like being alone, and it could be like the middle of the night. Oh, you almost died at 27. What happened? Can you talk about it? Or is that something uncomfortable to talk about? Yeah, so I agree, Root Demon. Like I'm like not into like making rainy day friends in Princeton today. Pretentiousness is not my thing. Being pretentious. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, like when all the trolls, people were trolling me earlier. Yeah. I mean, there's different ways to deal with things. Sometimes I'm not right on it. I don't think of the best way right away. Sometimes it takes a couple tries. What I hope to happen is that people get a laugh out of it eventually. You know, I was like, oh, should I just quit because someone's got a bug up their butt today, or should I just like make sure everyone's happy? I know, right, Brute? Sometimes it's good to go through those emotions, Jedi Miller. Like for me, it's good for me to go through an emotional change every now and again that isn't just sadness. You know, tragedy can bring a lot of sadness to a person. You know, Jedi Miller, I helped Gwen start her channel. I don't know if you know that. So most of the people that in her chat are people that came from this chat somehow or other. And maybe if you'd been nicer to Gwen and helped her start her channel, you wouldn't be in this fix right now. Okay, Jedi Miller, when you respond to things that people say about your personal life, it's almost like you're giving them free rein to treat you like crap. Don't do it. Don't respond that way. Just tell them not to be repetitive, or tell them they're boring, or whatever. You don't have to respond to the actual thing. Don't even say the thing, because then it's like perpetuating it. Yeah, and then you're kind of known for saying what's on your mind, though. I'm not known for that. So, yeah, I know, but you didn't try to help her do anything. You weren't the father figure she was looking for. I'm just saying, I'm more of a mother figure to her now on YouTube than you are a father figure, just because I'm trying to help. Like, part of the thing on YouTube for me is to show people how to regulate their emotions. It's not that easy to do, but since we're always being watched now every single day, yeah, it's none of your business what they think. Now that they have the opportunity to tell you all the time, every day in and day out, doesn't mean that you should care about it. They're the only ones that care about what they think, not you. Like, if like, after you did the video, if I got upset about it, I know that wasn't your intention. So I have to think about, how do I respond to him so he realizes that, you know, I don't agree with it, and I don't have to agree with it, but I still think it's funny, and I'm sure somebody else will. You know what I mean? It's fine. I know, that's why I tell Black Eagle. I told her she needs to go live. Now that she started making videos, it's not the same thing though. When you make videos, it's not the same thing as going live. So she doesn't really understand what hosting a live stream is like, and how she can emotionally affect someone by talking in their side chat and saying mean things. I don't go to other people's chats and say mean things to them. I don't. I absolutely 100% do not. If I'm going to say something about them, usually they're here and I'll say it to their face. And they don't have to agree with me. But if you have me blocked, I'm going to say your name. I'm not mad at Carrie. I'm really not. I still like her. She's down a little bit now. It took her a while. She's younger than me. She doesn't have the same self-control, but that's the thing that she knows she needs to learn. She talks about it all the time. I'm not here to hurt her. That's for sure. Jeff can take care of himself. I don't know. I think he did better with me than without me, but that's just an opinion. And I still listen to him, so he can't be that bad. You know what I mean? No, Cass, I don't know, because I'm like old, so I wouldn't know the answer to that. Like, if I was young when I started YouTube, I wasn't. I was almost. I was 45 when I had my first computer with the internet. So I don't know what it's like to look for a father figure or mother figure. But I do know there's a lot of, like, what's that Richie Havens song? Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. You know what I mean? It's true. It's a real thing. And yes, when a parent dies, it doesn't matter how old you are, you still feel like an orphan. That word holds a feeling that you, like, the first time, if you remember the first time you heard the word orphan, if you heard it when you were a child, I did. I heard it when I was a child. I felt sad. I felt a lot of sadness about the word orphan. And then I grew up and realized that sometimes it can be better to be an orphan than not. Because I saw many different types of families. It doesn't mean an orphan doesn't mean the same thing as it did before. Like back in the day when you automatically went to what they called an orphanage. Now they have foster care. Sometimes that's worse. There's a variety of things. Oh, he says that. Who are you talking? What are you talking about, Nanya? If you think he's not here, you're crazy. Of course he's here. He just promised he wouldn't talk anymore. Because I guess he was getting a lot of flack from his community over there for just spending too much time with me. Yeah, you think Jeff's not here? I'll never believe that. Half your you know what? That's fair to say. Grew up without an active dad. It turned out to be almost put a curse over people's minds. So many friends lost physically and mentally. But like okay, I didn't grow up in Canada, but I'm Canadian, and I went back to Canada for university. I went to uni for 2 years, and then I was 18. And I quit uni at 18. But I got a boyfriend that had grown up in that town. It was in Ottawa. And he told me, so he was a baby boomer, and I was just a little bit younger than the baby boomers, because when I was 18, he was 22. So there was a 4-year difference. And he told me that 7 people, he didn't say if they were male or female, what's the term they use? Unalived themselves in his graduating class. 7. I don't know how many people were in his graduating class, but if that had been my graduating class, it would have been more than half of my graduating class. That was so when he graduated. When I met him, he was taking his master's. And he got into university to do his master's on something called a mature student program, where he didn't actually have to do his bachelor's. No, I'm not. I'm a Generation Jones, Nanya Biz. Go look it up. Generation Jones, 1954 to 1966. There is no 20-year generation. They made it up because they forgot about Generation Jones. There's no panel today, Jedi Miller. I don't have a panel. I said look up Generation Jones. Jones. Generation Jones, Nanya. And you'll see what year that is. Good grief, people here cannot take instruction. What college did you go to? Not the college of looking up on Google, that's for sure. Hey, Jeff is not such a bad guy, even though he doesn't like me. I don't care. He's not a bad person because he doesn't like me. It's okay. No, this satellite dish is on top of my house in Las Vegas that I sold before I came here. It's from the 70s, though. I thought it was very ironic to buy a house. I literally paid cash for this house on the internet. I was living in Texas and I wrote them a check and they sent me the keys and drove to Vegas. And this satellite dish was on the top of my house. Nanya, did you look it up? Just say I'm right. Thank you. Everyone can look it up. You can't gaslight people around here, Nanya. Okay. Right? Just because that's what you want to believe, Nanya, it doesn't mean it's true. And that anyone born between 1954 and 1966 is in there with me, which that would probably include Black Eagle, same generation. My kids are Y generation. You thought it would be different when you went to university, but it's not. And you know what? Also, my cousins, they lost 5 people when they were in 10th grade, I think, 10th or 11th, because they had this one friend that was 16 and they were all 15 at the time. And they drove up to Whistler, and on the way back, they hit the side of a cliff and the car exploded, and 5 kids died that night. Nanya, you're funny. Of course, it means it's true if I say it. I read it on the internet. Yeah, they're Gen Y. They like 1981, 84, 88, and 89. That's Gen Y, I think. They thought they were Gen X, but they're not. They're a little bit too young to be Gen X. Okay, so for the new people, thank you for coming. And could you subscribe? I'd love that if you subscribe and share my channel with your friends. And I do panels. I do live stream panels. And I appreciate you guys coming in. I'm not ending it right now. I'm just, before I forget, because I think it actually works if you suggest it to people to sub if they're new. Every now and again, make a sub. I'm not going to do a live stream like that girl from Jamaica, where she just sits there holding a mango, which is also not good for you. And yeah, I'm the same way, root demon. My current husband, who I haven't seen in 22 years, did a little experiment on me. So he took me out to all these different hole in the wall joints that he used to, that he drank in, because he was just pretending to be an AA. Just saying. Anyway, and bought me drinks, and they poured all kinds of drinks for me all day long. And he met up with a bunch of our friends at the last club. It was like 1 a.m, and I still looked sober, still acted sober, and he was like, "What? How is that possible?" And I said, "It's that Viking blood." And that's actually why somebody like my sister goes into liver failure, because she could drink such a great deal of alcohol that she could literally poison herself every day and still be awake for it. So it's people that have that type of metabolism are more susceptible to cirrhosis of the liver. Sure, Nanya, but do you know that the Vietnam draft was over when I graduated in 1974 at age of 16, high school. So I mean, if I'd been a guy, I wouldn't have qualified for the draft anyway. It would have been 2 years later. But the year I graduated was the draft was over because they had stopped the war in 1973. 73, I mean, sorry. Water. I remember all that stuff. I was there for it. My best friend in high school, her roommate, was Spiro Agnew's daughter, who happened to be vice president at the time. She went to Williams College. Okay, Jedi Miller. No, that's never going to happen. Not ever. You're going to be licking my boots one day. Just kidding. Licking my Crocs. Bye. Oh, there's somebody new. Who's this? Are you going to sub up? Are the trolls subbing today? Let's see what happens. Concrete Cowboy. Got 7 short videos. Why do people not put you don't know nothing? Why don't you put descriptions in your troll channels? Yeah, yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be funny. He's turning blue, Mom. Oh, for those out there, by the way, since I said when people apologize, like on YouTube, they say it's a confession, because that's how it appears. If you apologize for something, it means that you actually think you did it. Confessions don't hold up in court, because a lot of them are not real. Because that's what the cops do. They keep saying the same thing over and over again, especially with kids, until they confess, and then they go to prison. So sad. Is it, why do you want to be anonymous, 27? Yeah, no, but Kathy, it's true. It's really sad how many kids actually go to prison because they just want to go home and they've been held for questioning for hours and hours and hours. And they're just kids. I mean, I'm sure some of them are guilty of stuff too, but whatever. Do I interact? My father, the sheriff. Is that the same thing as police? And he worked for immigration for 35 years. Is that police? Yeah, I would say so. I would say a lot of his friends. Why? You think the cops stop me everywhere I go? Excuse me, ma'am. Can I look in your bag? Yeah. So, and a lot of times, people are confessing and they have like disabilities and stuff too. I don't know. My dad's best friend who lived with us when I was a baby, he was a RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted, okay? And that's the whole reason why he became a cop, is because he wanted to have a horse. Who are you talking about, Cass? I don't know who you're talking about. You're making stuff up, and that's okay. You're allowed. Oh, okay, MySpace. Yeah, I think you're probably, yeah. MySpace, no, it started, you were even younger than that, I'm sure. Was he in New York City? Have you ever been, like, I was walking through Stanley Park. I don't know if you know where Stanley Park is, but it's in Vancouver, and it's just almost as big as Central Park in New York City. It's huge, many acres. And I was going for a walk just across this like meadow somewhere because there's walking paths all the way through it and stuff, right? And I was walking through this kind of meadow and I stopped for a minute and I was looking around. I don't remember why I stopped or what was going on, but I was standing there for a minute, a good minute, maybe 5 minutes. I don't know how long. And all of a sudden I felt this breath on my ear. You don't have to go to Canada to know stuff about it. You can look it up. Anyway, so I turn around and there's this horse's face right like at my face. And fortunately, I'm not afraid. I love horses, so I wasn't afraid or anything. And there was this big old mounted police up there. And I said, "How long have you been standing there?" Because I didn't even hear him because he walked over the meadow. You don't hear their hooves. It's very interesting. A horse actually snuck up on me. It's about the same size as Central Park, and it's an enormous park. I realize, and yeah. So here's this horse. I said, I guess the guy he just loved doing. He had this horse that was very stealthy. And he probably did it to people all the time when they were just standing around in the middle of a field in the park. Sure, they use them in New Orleans. I don't know if you know that. For crowd control during Mardi Gras, they use horses. People get trampled too because they're drunk. The grass is green. I can't go to New York because apparently everywhere you go, there's marijuana smoke in the air, just like California. That's why I had to move from my son's place to here. But I mean, I know my daughter probably thinks I favor her. It would have been a lot easier living with my son because he does everything for me. I would have been so spoiled, but I can't with the. Thank you, Dan West. The 70s music. Before then. So I would have joined the mounted. I love horses so much. That would have been a great career for me, riding around in the park. But no, I was rejected for my height. I was height shamed. I don't think they can do that anymore. They actually, Vancouver in particular, is when I left there 20 years ago, 25 years ago, there were 60% of the population in Vancouver was Asian, of all sorts, all sorts of Asians. Predominantly, I would say Chinese, but a lot of Asian people in Vancouver. So they had to lower the height requirement so that they, for men anyway, I don't know about women, but for men they did, so that they could include Asian men. Chief. Dan, stop it. I don't need to hear about that. Me either. So here's the plan. I think I've been live for 2 hours. I'm not sure. I can still only see the first line of chat on my phone. Isn't that crazy? I've been able to do this live alone without my iPad so I could read the chat, and even lost my chat on the iPad. It's in my said my live was over like 10 minutes ago or something. Let me see. Yeah, it's been like 2 hours. Did you just get here, Dan? I'm gonna start charging my iPad and my phone, and as soon as they're charged up again, then I'm gonna stop my live and leave the library, go for lunch somewhere. And buy my keto snack at the little Guatemalan store. I didn't want to plug it in right away because sometimes when I've been at home and plugged in, I was getting some kind of feedback or something. I don't know. I don't know what. Oh, you were going to go to battle with Jedi? It's just having fun. Let people have fun on YouTube, okay? If they have to make fun of me to have fun, then so be it. But like I've already told people, don't mistake my kindness for weakness. Don't go after my trolls. It pisses me off, right? Not nice. Go after your own trolls if you don't like trolls. I have open chat here, so even if I don't like you, I don't block you. Chloe's still trying to get a wrench. I don't know what to do about her. You're going to do a virtual battle? Yeah, I forget how old I was with my youngest. Maybe 35, I don't know, 35, something like that. Well, I don't actually remove comments that I don't like at all. I just did that today. It was for fun. Yeah, I don't usually remove comment at all. Unless they are like extremely, okay, if they're saying something against someone in the room and the person, and it's obviously brutally racist or some other thing, then I'll remove it for terms of service. But if the person can stand to allow the chat so that there's some kind of proof, yeah. I'm just charging.
Okay, I'm in here meeting somebody at 11.
Oh, at 11? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let me know when they get here. Oh, somebody's got this room booked. Okay. I always get distracted when I'm saying something important. I forget what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. So I generally, if someone's saying something about you in the chat and you don't like it, you have to personally block them because I don't instruct my mods to block. I only remove Kathy's. She was trying to make me mad. I am mad. I was born mad. It's fine. At least it wasn't Nunya. Nunya can be a pain sometimes. Who are you talking to right now, Kathy? Okay, I gotta leave this room, so give me a minute. I'm gonna pack up so I can go. So I'm gonna mute you guys. Okay, guys. Gotta go. Please subscribe. Later.